Perhaps now you'd like to just close your eyes, breathing softly and steadily, using the basic breath. And perhaps now in this quiet space, we can just see or sense or imagine these wonderful, powerful visualizations that you can use for each surge as it comes in and builds, washing over you, washing around you, and then dissipates. So I'd like you now to imagine that you're watching the sunrise. And this sunrise can be taking place anywhere appropriate for you. Perhaps you'd like to notice the starry sky above you. And as you look to the horizon, you can see red tones and the sky becoming lighter and brighter. And then you watch as the sun itself begins to climb over the horizon. And as it inches higher and higher, you can feel the warmth of it against your face, your skin. Deep reds, slowly turning to orange and gold as the sun continues to climb higher and higher into the sky until it's right above you in a perfect blue sky. This warm yellow sunshine warming you, brightening you, revitalizing you. Or perhaps during your surges it may feel more appropriate to see or sense or imagine watching a group of people filling the most enormous hot air balloon. And of course, the color of this balloon can be any color you wish it to be. But the color you choose is relaxing to your unconscious mind, and your unconscious mind knows this. You can hear the machinery which pumps the hot air through the balloon. You can watch as the fabric billows and then slowly becomes smooth. You notice the ropes tethering it to the ground pull taut. You can hear the voices, the calling to release these ropes now. And as they do so, the balloon begins to rise majestically into the sky, smoothly rising higher and higher and higher. And you can marvel at the power and the energy, and yet notice the calm and the quiet, watching until you can no longer see it. Or perhaps it feels more appropriate for you to imagine that you are holding the rough string attached to a helium balloon which is dancing in the breeze. Perhaps the pink balloon. And you decide it's time to let this balloon go. So you unfurl your fingers and feel the rough string trace across the palm of your hand. And you watch as this balloon floats away from you, lifting higher and higher and higher into the sky. And maybe you just reconnect with the basic breath. And each time that breath comes in through your fingertips and rises up, you feel yourself rising a few centimeters up in the air. And on every out-breath, gently and softly, you sink back down again, rising up with the in-breath and drifting gently back down again with the out-breath. And you can say to yourself, lifting and opening, lifting and opening. And then, as your labor progresses and those surges become powerful and strong and mighty, and you become aware that the birth of your baby grows nearer and closer, and perhaps you begin to feel that strong urge to bear baby down, to birth your baby now. And on each incoming surge, you might choose to just walk down the stairs. See, sense, or imagine yourself at the top of the flight of stairs, perhaps leading down to the deserted cove of white sand and blue sea. Only there are no numbers now, just the stairs, the warm wood, the sprinkling of fine white sand, and the handrail, polished smooth by all the hands that have held it before. And you know you are not alone. You are traveling a well-worn path. So for the surge, you just start walking down, and that is all you need focus on: the power, the strength, and the movement. Walking down, walking down. And as the surge finishes, perhaps you'll linger a while on this beach, readying yourself to welcome your baby into the world. Or perhaps for you, it feels more appropriate to see or sense or imagine that you are standing outside and it's dark and cold, but you are wrapped up warm. And it's snowing all around you, steadily, silently, snow drifting down and down to the ground. And as you watch and marvel, you notice how swiftly the ground around your feet becomes quite white. And maybe a snowflake touches your cheek. Maybe you decide to open your hands to feel the snowflakes landing and melting on the heat of the palms of your hands. Or maybe you'd like to see fine rain drifting down and notice the warm smell of rain on warm ground all around you, softly, smoothly, cooling you. And perhaps you might like to say to yourself, I'm just letting go. I'm just letting go now. I'm opening. I'm birthing. It's time now. It's time to let go and birth my baby, so that my baby can be held in my arms. I am here, and I will work with my baby until we meet each other in this world. And perhaps these surges seem to take a long time. Perhaps they travel by so quickly, but you and I know that you can change the passing of time. So maybe you'd like to see or sense or imagine a huge hourglass full of dark sand. And each time the surge washes in, you turn the hourglass, and then you just watch the sand drifting down. And when the last few grains filter through, that surge has reached its end. And then you just wait comfortably until the next one washes in. And you can use your mind so powerfully during labor. You breathe and you see or sense or imagine exactly what you need to.